What's going on, everyone? This is the Mac Roberts here with the NBA 2K23 My Player build. We're back. Yeah. So we're going to be getting into our first build of the year, which is going to be Allen Iverson, and we're going to do things a little bit differently this year. You know, 2K22, when it did drop builds, it was build, badge, jump shots. For current gen and next gen, they were separate, but because this year the builds are so similar, we're actually going to give you the current gen and the next gen builds in the same video. There are going to be a little bit of a difference between the two builds, and I'll get into them when we get into those builds. But first we're going to do the next gen build, and then we're going to get into the current gen build. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into that build. For the position, I went with shooting guard. For handedness, I went with right. And for jersey number, I went with 3. The last two don't matter. You know, I just chose 3 because Allen Iverson's number is number 3. Now for the body settings, I went with 6 feet. You can also go with 6'1" if you want to. There isn't a real difference. I just went with 6 feet because Allen Iverson is actually 6 feet. But like I said, 6'1" can also be used, and you can use the exact same stats and everything, and there's not going to be a difference. But I'm going to go with 6 feet because Allen Iverson is 6 feet. For the weight, I went with his actual weight of 165. And for the wingspan, I left it at 6'5". You can also bring this all the way up to 6'8", and you're not going to have much of a difference either. But again, went with 6'5". Body shape doesn't really matter. I went with defined. Now for the attributes, you're going to bring your close shot up to a 77. And your driving layup up to a 94. And that's going to give you 17 finishing badges. For shooting, you're going to bring your mid-range shot up to an 86. Your three-point shot up to a 79. And your free throw up to a 76. And that's going to give you 22 shooting badges. For playmaking, you're going to bring your pass accuracy up to an 80. Your ball handling up to a 90. And your speed with ball up to an 86. And that's going to give you 25 playmaking badges. Lastly, for defense and rebounding, you're going to bring your perimeter defense up to a 79. Your steal up to a 90. You're going to bring your defensive rebounding down 1 to 34. I accidentally brought it up. Anyway, you're going to get 21 defense and rebounding badges. So 17 finishing, 22 shooting, 25 playmaking, and 21 defense and rebounding badges is a total of 85 badges. For your physicals, you're going to bring your speed up to an 89. Your acceleration up to a 90. Your strength, you're going to leave at 44. You're going to leave your vertical at, or you're actually going to bring it down to 59. You're going to spend the rest on stamina. Bring all the way up to 83. You can, yeah, 83. And that's going to be the stats for the Allen Iverson build. So your takeovers, you're going to use, I would go with spot up precision. I love that. Or limitless range. And then pull up precision. And the build is complete, and you have built inside the arc shot creator, shades of Allen Iverson, Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen Brunson. Now for your badges, for your finishing badges, you're going to go with Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame. You're going to go with Acrobat on Hall of Fame. You're going to Core, Slithery Finisher, and then you're going to put Fearless Finisher on gold. You can also do the inverse, Core Fearless Finisher, and put Slithery Finisher on gold. It's the same thing. For your shooting badges, you're going to put Amped Up on gold. You're going to put Guard Up on gold. I really like the description for Midi Magician, especially for Allen Iverson. I think that it's going to be really good for him. I put that on Hall of Fame. And then for the rest of the badges, you're going to put Blinders Cord. You're going to put Deadeye on bronze. You're going to put Limitless Range on bronze. And that's going to be your build. You can also play with Green Machine. You can put that on gold instead of Amped. If you're not a huge fan of Mini Magician, you can put that on gold. You can put Catch and Shoot on silver. corner specialist on silver. You have a couple of options, but for Allen Iverson specifically, especially if you're using dribble moves, I think guard up is going to be really good, as well as amped, so you're not going to get that penalty for doing a lot of dribble moves. So for your playmaking, what you're going to do is you're going to put ankle breaker on bronze. You're going to put unpluckable on gold. Quick first step on Hall of Fame. Then you can do mismatch expert. You can do I would actually put killer combos cord. Mismatch expert you could put on silver. You could put handles for days on silver. Clamp breaker. Any of those three I would actually use. Also vice grip and bailout are both very good badges as well from what I've seen with the descriptions. For me, the combination that I'm going to put together is going to be ankle breaker on bronze, quick first step on Hall of Fame, unpluckable on gold, killer combos on gold, and then I'm going to put mismatch expert on silver and bailout on silver with vice grip on gold. Lastly, for defense and rebounding, you're going to put ankle braces on gold. You're gonna put menace on bronze. You're gonna put pick dodger on bronze, challenger on silver. You're gonna core interceptor that on gold. Matter of fact, you're actually gonna put challenger on bronze because I also like clamps as well. You'll put that on bronze as well. Now let's get into the current gen build. Now for the current gen build, there isn't much of a difference between the current gen and the next gen build. The only big difference is that you do have a driving dunk this time around, and your driving layup is a little bit lower, and you have one less point in speed, but outside of that, it's the exact same build. However, if you notice, the distribution of the badges is a little bit different between the current gen and the next gen versions. Whereas you had 17 finishing badges in the next gen version, you have 20 badges in the current gen version, and then 21 badges was the defense and rebounding on next gen, 20 in current gen, and then 23 playmaking badges on current gen, and 25 on next gen. So that's why we needed to come up with the different badges, show you the different build. It's still 85 badges though, and yeah, so now let's go into this build's badge layout. For the primary takeover, I went with spot up shooter, and the second takeover, I went with shot creator. And this build is also an inside the arc shot creator, shades of Allen Iverson, Tyrese Maxey, and Donovan Mitchell. All right, so for this badge layout, I went with acrobat on gold, fearless finisher on gold, giant slayer on Hall of Fame, and I went with slithery finisher on silver and posterizer on bronze. For the shooting badges, I went with same thing, midi magician on Hall of Fame, guard up on gold, amped up on gold, limitless range on bronze, deadeye on bronze, and blinders on gold. For the playmaking badges, I went with quick first step on Hall of Fame, very necessary, bailout on silver, went with killer combos on gold, unpluckable on gold, and I went with handles for days on bronze and mismatch expert on bronze. But you could take handles for days off and just put mismatch expert on silver. That one is completely up to you. Lastly, for defense and rebounding, I went with ankle braces on gold, challenger on silver, interceptor on gold, pick dodger on silver, and menace on gold. But you could also go with menace on silver, clamps on bronze, and pick dodger on bronze. And then you have the extra point. I would go with like glove on silver, just to help out with those on-ball steals, because Allen Iverson is actually really good at stealing. That was one of the things he was known for, in addition to his crossover. So you have a couple of options to do with that as well. All right, everyone. This has been the Allen Iverson build for NBA 2K23. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon. Join the Pennyface squad. I'm dropping NBA 2K23 videos. I'm going to try to do it pretty consistently this year. I know I super fell off last year. That was my fault. I'm sorry. I had a lot of things going on. But this year, I'm going to definitely try to drop things more consistently. And I'm going to be trying to do some more content as well. Streaming will be coming back as well. Look out for that. I'm going to try to make a big comeback in NBA 2K23. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting me and the Pennyface squad. And as always, catch you in the next one and win forever.